here itself we can explain that the first graph, this graph represents the or straight line. This straight line represents the velocity time graph for uniform motion. Then second one, this is the velocity time graph for non-uniform motion, which is initially at rest and whose velocity increases uniformly, or an object having non-uniform motion having uniform acceleration and positive acceleration. And this graph, this is the velocity time graph for non-uniform motion which comes to rest and whose velocity decreases uniformly, or this represents the velocity time graph for non-uniform motion having uniform acceleration and negative acceleration. So all what type of motion we can identify from this graph. And the next one, two quantities we can find out from this velocity time graph. First one, the slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration, and when you calculate area under velocity time graph, you will get displacement of the object in a particular interval of time. Is that clear? So these are the importance of drawing the velocity time graph. Is it clear? Now we can discuss velocity time graph for a non-uniform motion which is initially not at rest, but its velocity increases uniformly. But this is similar to the second graph. That means this is similar to the second graph, but one difference here it is, here time in second, here velocity in meter per second. Okay, so here suppose if an object, when you observe an object, it has certain velocity. Suppose if it has a velocity of 4 meter per second, suppose this is 2 and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, likewise here 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, likewise. So in this, if suppose this object has a velocity, initial velocity of 4 meter per second, then its velocity goes on increasing uniformly, means next it may be 6 meter per second, next it should be 8, then 10, and then 12, then 14. Otherwise, if after 4, if it is 8, it should be 12, likewise. That means its velocity increases uniformly. That also a straight line with a constant slope. Here also you can calculate the slope of velocity time graph. You will get acceleration, it will be constant, and also positive acceleration. But the difference is initially it is not at rest, but all other things are same. It is a velocity time graph for non-uniform motion which is initially not at rest, but its velocity increases uniformly. It is a straight line with a constant slope but not passing through the origin. Okay, here also when you calculate the slope, you will get acceleration which is uniform and positive acceleration. And when you find out the area under velocity time graph, you will get the displacement. Here when you find the area, you just look, this is, what is the shape? This is a trapezium. So here you should use the formula for a trapezium. That means area of trapezium is equal to half h into a plus b. This formula you have to use here. Is it clear? So based on the area, you should choose the formula. If it is a triangle, you should choose half bh. If it is a rectangle, in the case of uniform motion, so if you want to find the displacement, you should find the area under velocity time graph. It will be rectangle, or in a particular interval it may be a square. So if it is a square, you should use the formula a square, so it's side into side. Or if it is a rectangle, you should use L into B. If it is a triangle, half BH. If it is a trapezium, half H into A plus B. So based on the area, you should choose the equation. Is it clear? So the first one, this is a velocity time graph for uniform motion, and here this is the velocity time graph for non-uniform motion which starts from rest and whose velocity increases uniformly. So it is having uniform acceleration and positive acceleration. This is the velocity time graph for non-uniform motion whose velocity decreases uniformly and comes to rest, finally comes to rest, and it is having uniform acceleration and negative acceleration. This is the velocity time graph for non-uniform motion, which is initially not at rest, but its velocity increases uniformly. Is it clear? So these are the graphs. Next one is, I told you, non-uniform, simply non-uniform motion, which is not having any condition. So suppose if an object starts from rest and its velocity may be in first second it may be 6 meter per second, next may be 12 meter per second, then it may decreases to third second it may be decreased to 8 meter per second, or then it may become fourth second it may become 14 meter per second. So the graph will be like this. Okay, then it may comes to rest at 7th second. So initiate. Is that clear? So here it is not a curve. In this case also we can calculate the area, but we have to split into trapezium or triangle, whatever it is, according to the convenience, according to the point we should split into different shape to find the area. That we will discuss later when we are discussing the problems based on the graph. Okay, so these are about the different types of velocity time graph. So first question, what are the importance of drawing distance time graph? In distance time graph we can find what is the position of an object. Based on the position we are drawing the distance time graph, so we can locate the position of an object at a particular instant of time. Okay, so then how much distance traveled in a particular interval of time. We can locate the position and we can find how much distance traveled in a particular interval of time. And then slope of distance time graph gives speed of the object. If you are drawing displacement time graph, that I didn't mention earlier, if you are drawing displacement time graph, you will get the velocity when you find the slope. Is it clear? And here we are drawing the velocity time graph. If you are drawing speed time graph, if you calculate the area under speed time graph, you will get distance traveled. When you calculate the area under velocity time graph, actually it is displacement. In certain cases in textbook and all, you can see it is distance traveled itself. Actually it is displacement. Is that clear? So go through all the graphs. Already I had given the notes through WhatsApp, isn't it? So I think you all are copied the notes and go through each notes and you make it thorough. Okay, based on this graph we are going to discuss the derivation. So graph and the first part also you should be very thorough. Okay, then only you can clearly understand the derivation of equation of motion. Okay, thank you.